Please don't take down my video. I'm 14. Got it? Okay. Oh, look on the TV. Watch TV, wait for some people to get in the chat. See how long this takes. How long it takes people to get in the chat. Finally. That did not take long. Yes, you are first. What's good, nobody? Better do it. I already unboxed it, but I did not put any line on it. A new BFS reel. I'm debating. I will get that will get paid. Of course, you're gonna make me do that. I'm off tomorrow, y'all, and I'm off from school today and tomorrow. I might even go fishing later on today if I get the chance. So, got a new BFS reel. This yeah, I don't think anyone knows this, but I might take this down to Woodruff since I'm a Boy Scout and all. I went fishing in there last time. I bought a cheap setup. I thought that it would. That me sitting here waiting for the unboxing. Like, there's only 3 of you. There's only like 2 or 3 of y'all in here. I'm not gonna start. No, I'm not gonna start unboxing the moment one person gets in here. You gotta wait for more people to actually join. But I'm unboxing the Kingdom Micro Monster Pro. It's a BFS reel. The spool is about either 7.2 or 7.9 grams. And let me look on the box.
Today, my brother and I are going to be spending the night at a canal. We're going to be fishing for a few hours here, then going to our camping spot, which is actually on the water.
Got this thing off a team for only about like 50 or either about like 50 or so dollars. So if you want to get into bait finesse system fishing, this is a very, very good budget option. I'm gonna put on this B&M 4-foot-10. This is an ultralight BFS casting rod, and they have it in store, which is a first. It's very, very few bait finesse system casting rods they sell in store. A ton of ultralight spinning rods, but never any ultralight casting rods. Medium action ultralight. I caught this is the rod that I actually caught that one bass on when I had caught underworm. I believe, I'm not sure if I think you were in that live stream when I cleaned it, but I can't remember. Medium action, ultralight rod, so it's perfect for anything. I'm able to get good distances with light lures, but I could still catch, but based on how thick the line guides are, I could probably still catch like maybe up to 3/4 ounce. So, this is gonna be, I might take this up with me, to scout camp, Woodruff Scout Camp. Since when I went up there, I brought like telescopic spinning combo. I honestly thought that I was gonna be fishing a creek or something, but nope, there's a whole lake up there with. I actually caught my very first bass there. It was about the size of it. He was about the size of the Senko that I had caught him on. Caught him on a little Texas rigged weightless yum ding. I can't remember if it was a weighted or weightless, but this is a good old yum dinger or Senko, whichever you like to call it. I had Texas rigged it, and I just had a little bull weight on there, classic Texas rig. So, but now they have some much more better setups, casting, spinning setups, and all that stuff. And now when I go up there, I know that I can at least bring good setups since we drove there. So I still could have bought a good setup. So. And even if I do end up having to creek fish for whatever reason, I am gonna bring a BFS setup, so I can throw ultralight lures on it either way. So Got 8 people in chat. That's what's up, y'all. Don't forget to like up this stream. I'm about to start unboxing. I'm just gonna wait for more people to get in chat. So unboxing a new bait finesse system reel. Daily reminder to drink water. I don't drink water that much, but I do get in water. I don't drink water directly, but I do still get a healthy intake of it through different methods, such as maybe like eating popsicles or drinking things that have a lot of water in them. So I drink water a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's not gonna be any more people getting into here, so let's get started. So I already did open it, but all I did was just like reel it a bit and all, just test how smooth it was. I haven't even put line on it. I'm gonna put it on 15 pound braid. Sure, 15 pound braid sounds like a lot, but this is a Berkeley X9 braid, so thanks. A lot of people say that, especially whenever I do fish, especially whenever I'm out fishing. So Berkeley X9 15 pound braid. But due to the fact that it's Berkeley X9, it's extremely thin, 0.14 millimeters, so about the same diameter as 10 pound Yosuri braid. So this is essentially 10 pound braid, but this has a max break of 31 pounds. So I know that my line won't be snapping it. But due to the max break of this, I know that my line will not be snapping anytime soon. If anything snaps, it's gonna be my rod. Actually, I don't really think so. Since despite this rod being only 13, well, no, despite this rod being only $12 or $11.99, this thing is extremely strong. Like it's actually good quality. The only downside is that it doesn't have a hook holder, but you could just put whatever lure you have. You can just attach to some part on your reel. So I don't. So for the availability of this rod, I don't mind. I don't mind it not having a hook holder at all. I'm gonna go grab a few different lures, a few small selection of lures that I plan to put on here. So I'll be back. I forgot to say, if it looks different behind me, I'm chilling out in my parents' room since whenever only like my dad or when only like ever one of my parents are here, then I'll chill in my parents' room since my mom is currently downstairs working in her home office. She works for the VA, so she meets with patients and all. So, yeah, I'll usually just chill in here if I feel like chilling in here. So it's the kid. One of the main reasons I like to chill in here is because one, the bed is bigger, and two, it's very fun to chill in here. It's very fun to chill out in here with this little thing, with this little spoiled thing right here. This little rat, aka my dog. So, sorry. It's a she, by the way. She's only 2 years old, but she, as innocent as she looks, she's a little gremlin. Yeah, Star, you know that you're a little gremlin. You know the things that you be doing. You look so innocent, but if only people knew the things that you did. Get back on the bed. I'll be back, y'all. He just lays on the bed and nothing else. Yo, lures acquired. Yay. Steel City, what state must you be in for your rivers to still be frozen? Here, well, our rivers are not frozen at all. The temperature is getting much warmer here. The low is like averaging like 50, and the high is averaging like 65 to 70. 51st state, I'm a little bit stupid. Everything that I know is mostly fishing, so I don't know what the 51st state is. Since you're in here, let's start with the unboxes. So I got this reel off of Temu. I waited for today's the 3rd. I got this like I think they did this on like the 20th. So it was a wait, but it's very worth it. Since it seems like this reel is. It seems like this reel like it seems like this reel can do its job very well from what I've. So I already did like unbox it a little bit, but last time I checked, I don't believe that Ontario is a part of the U.S. I mean, like, it's a part of. I mean, like, I know that Canada is North America, but it's not. I know, but that's not a part. It's not a U.S. state. No, anyway, so it's pretty. So here's the reel right here. The cool thing is that it comes with this little like case right here. So if you want to travel with this thing, you can just put it in here. So that's crazy. So just extra shallow 7.2. This is either 7.2 or 8 grams. So extremely lightweight. So. And this thing not only does it have a clicking spool tension, clicking rig dial, and clicking drag star, it even has clicking. Now this is the 8.1 to 1 gear ratio. But for this for $60, yeah, BFS and for $60 you can get this is like $15, but for $60 is 7.2 to 1. The 7 point this is I believe it's either 7.1 to 1 or 7.2 to 1. I can't remember, but you fishing for bass mostly? Yeah, I do plan to use this thing in saltwater, so this thing does seem like it does have some power to it. And you can do BFS fishing in saltwater. BFS is definitely not a freshwater specific technique, so. And yeah, so I'm gonna halfway fill this up with some 15-pound braid with a max break of 30 pounds, but that's good, RC. Looks like I want to just wrap this around here so that way it doesn't go everywhere. Well, I plan on throwing a ton of things on here. This is the heaviest lure that I plan to throw on here. 1/4 ounce paddle tail swim bait. Jake does a. This right here is gonna be the second lightest lure that I'm gonna test. Just that I'm gonna test with. I plan to throw down to 1/64 ounce on here. This is a 1/8 ounce rooster tail. I just have this little thing to cover this hook. So it's whenever I put this thing on here, I'm gonna put it on like this. That's this the rod that I have doesn't have a hook holder, so put it like this on here, and this will cover that last hook, so that way I don't get hooked whenever this thing. And then this right here is the lightest lure that I'm gonna test with. This is 1/16 ounce. I know that this thing can go probably down to 1/48 of an ounce, so no doubt, do not doubt at all that I'm gonna test that. This is the second most expensive of the 3 BFS reels that I ordered, with the most expensive being the Arc Gravity BFS. That's currently in my room right now. The cheapest being the CCRM1, which is technically is not a dedicated BFS reel, but it has a double, although it's a double spool, 5.9 gram deep spool and a 4.9 gram BFS spool. It's the lightest reel by weight. Well, no, the spools are the lightest spool by weight. It's the Arc Gravity has a 5.2 gram BFS spool. But the BFS spool on the Seasair M1 is only 4.9 grams, which is incredibly light. So this thing also has, not sure if y'all can hear that, click and drag. Yeah, so I will probably link this down in the description so that we can buy one. The 7.2 to 1 is either 7.1 to 1 or 7.2 to 1. But that gear ratio version is like, instead of having like a purple spool and all, and like, you get the point. It's pink, and not only that, it comes with two spools, a deep spool and a shallow spool. The shallow spool is lighter, since this spool right here is 7.2 grams, and the shallow spool on the double spool reel, or on the double spool version, is 6.9 grams instead of 7.2 grams. But the 7.1 to 1 gear ratio version comes with two spools, deep spool and the shallow spool. So I'm probably gonna buy that version as well once I get the money, since it's only $60, so extremely cheap for the bait finesse reel, let alone a double spool reel. So enough yapping. Have you ever made your own baits? I'm thinking about doing that. I'm first gonna start off with making jigs, and then I'm thinking. Then there's some other bait companies other small bait companies who are also like small fishing YouTubers, who I'm thinking about collaborating with and making my own baits. So you know what? 1 second, you've earned. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you can. Yeah, I accidentally did it, but yeah, you can have that. So yeah, you've earned that, I guess. I am thinking about making my own baits though, so I am definitely thinking about doing that. I just gotta buy the materials and all. I'm mainly gonna start jig tying first, and then I'm gonna get the actual like bait making. I gotta buy bait molds. I'm probably gonna try and buy some. I'm probably gonna buy a different type of like. I could just use the microwave that we use for food and all, but I'm probably gonna buy a separate microwave to melt my baits in. I'm thinking about melting old soft plastics that I have that are like messed up and all, and then making those things into new baits and very exotic bait colors and bait styles and all. So yeah. So let me go and start spooling this thing. I haven't mounted on here. This thing actually looks pretty good, and it feels nice in hand. So yeah. I am also thinking about making jigs as stated. Maybe like football jigs. I'm even thinking about making some more even, rarer types of jigs that most jig companies don't make. So all I need to do is buy. I'm probably just gonna start with jig tying, so it seems a little bit more simpler than bait making. They're both. I won't call them easy, but both of them aren't really that hard to do. Unless you're like trying to absolutely like mass produce. It's the only thing that I am a little bit worried about being able to do properly is like being able to ship out things. I'll probably see if I can have another one of my subscribers, like another one of my subscribers who fishes. I'll see if they can help me out with that, since I'm not very good at doing that type of thing, like at all. So yeah, let me get spooling this here. So done. Yeah, bait making is pretty cool. Can be difficult, but it does help. But it does help save some money, and it's also a very nice feeling whenever you catch a fish on your own lure, especially if it's like a custom made lure. So. ahead and I'm thinking, I have a very interesting way of tying like line to my spools. I just tie whatever knot I desire at the end, and then what I'll do, the big loop that's left, I'll put it around the spool. I mean, like some people do this like in a normal manner, like hand wrap it, but what I like to do and what I've seen other people do sometimes is they'll put the loop around just like this one time. They'll fold it over, put it back in. Well, wait 1 second. I just screwed up. But by doing that, it makes it a much faster process of just as long as you do it carefully, it's much fast. You have a much faster and easier time of wrapping the line around the spool instead of just doing it manually. So I think I just screwed up. Yeah, I guess you could say that in a sense. Yeah, the reason why a lot of us, the reason why I do this is not only is it overall stronger whenever you're like, if you just tie straight braid, it also kind of eliminates the need for backing on baitcasters. Since usually even braid doesn't slip as long as you wrap it around the spool a few times. So one second. up. Okay, y'all, finally. Alright, so if anyone's still in here, I'm gonna start spooling up this new BFS reel. I'm trying to test the drag.